It's been 5 years since the Fetullah terrorist organization attempted a coup against Turkey's democratically elected government. Since then, Turkey has been demanding the US to extradite its leader, Fethullah Gülen, who has been living in rural Pennsylvania for the last 2 decades. The issue has become a contentious one between the two allies. I'm Muttalip Erdogan, and I sat down to talk about it one-on-one with Turkey's ambassador to the United States, Murat Mercan. Mr. Ambassador, thank you for joining us on TRT World. It's been 5 years since the coup attempt happened in Turkey, and since then Turkey has been insisting the United States to extradite the Fethullah Gülen organization's leader, Fethullah Gülen. What's the latest with the extradition process?
Of course, to be very frank and open with you, we expect United States officials, administration to be more proactive on the extradition process. We have been communicating through our Minister of Justice with their counterparts on this issue and submitting a lot of documents and proofs. And of course, we expect US authorities and US institutions, organizations to act on our documentation and make decision as soon as possible. And we hope in the coming days, in the coming future, some progress to be made.
Has Turkey, do you think, expressed these concerns to US counterparts? And you somehow summarize the expectations. What are the actual demands? Do we have a solid demands from Turkish officials towards the United States?
I want one thing from my counterparts, from American government, American administration, and American institutions. I want them to understand Turkey, to understand our concerns, to understand the feelings and the sorrows that we went through. 5 years ago, it was just yesterday, 5 years ago, we have gone through so many sorrows and tragedies. 251 civilians of our kids, of our people, were killed by the bombings, thrown into civilian places, including the Turkish parliament and elsewhere. So the very first thing I expect from American administration is to understand what really happened in Turkey 5 years ago and to really feel the same way that we felt when 9/11 occurred, when in fact January 6th uprising occurred in Capitol in Washington. So once and if they understand our feelings and if they share our sorrow, I think other expectations will follow. Other things will follow eventually. For instance, it's really hurting to me as an ambassador and as an ally, as a person representing an ally. If it really hurts me if and when a Feto-related person / institution / company, makes anti-Turkish propaganda. One thing which we all remember as a person, as an individual, this pain the Turkish people has gone through 5 years ago is irrelevant of who is in power, who will be in power 10 years, 20 years, 30 years from now. It is an illicit activity imposed on Turkish people. It is not a typical coup d'etat. It's a coup d'etat which aimed at harming civilians, harming ordinary people, Turkish democracy, and we have a lot of proof of this. For that reason, I really sincerely hope that American administration will understand us. To understand us, I really hope them to understand us so that we work together to prevent this to never happen again, nowhere in the world, not only in Turkey, but also nowhere in the world.
Mr. Ambassador, thank you for joining us again.
Thank you.